So what is life like now, being out of college, being in the real world, having a disability, or as I call it, my different ability? Hey, welcome to Motivation Moment. I'm your friend, Katie Fortune. This is the last episode of my Let's Talk Dyslexia series. This month in October, it is Dyslexia Awareness Month, and it's very important to me. So that's why I'm here today, and I'm going to wrap up this series. If you missed any of the other episodes, go back now and check them out. They are incredible, and I'm just really excited to be able to share some of the tips and tricks, some of the struggles I've been through being dyslexic, hopefully educating and inspiring other people to know that they're not alone, but we can get through this together, and let's give each other tips and tricks and help each other out. Like, this is what this world is about. But I want to chat real quick about dyslexia now, right? I talked about before I was diagnosed. I talked about while I was diagnosed, middle school, high school. I talked about college. Here's the deal. I've been out of college for 10 years. 10 years. So what is life like now, being out of college, being in the real world, having a disability, or as I call it, my different ability? How is it? Well, it's kind of similar. Like, I still have dyslexia. Hasn't left. And so I still struggle, but I want to share some of the things that I do now that help me out. And I'm sure there'll be more even in the future as things change, as technology changes and I grow and I learn and all of the things. So a few things, and I didn't talk about it before, but something that I use a lot, which is kind of funny. So if someone ever steals my computer or like has to like look into it, like for an investigation of any sort, they're going to go into my Google search and like see the weirdest things, because Google is my best friend. If I don't get a hold of my mom to ask her how to spell something, because I do it all the time, thanks mom, I Google it. So I start typing the word like I think it's spelt, and then it pops up and then I know how to spell it. I know that sounds silly, but I'm not the greatest speller, and I know I'm not. And so I'm going to use the tools and resources that I need to get that done. Otherwise, like if I'm in a email or a Word doc or whatever, of course it'll auto-correct it or show you that you spelled it wrong, like terribly, and then it'll try to find how to spell it. But it is funny when you spell it so wrong that like Google doesn't even know what you're trying to say. And that's when I call my mom. I'm like, Mom, I don't even know how to start this word. Like, the English language is a joke, first of all, because why are we throwing letters in that don't need to be there? That's my question. So that's some of the things, that's something I do. I love books on tape. I love audiobooks. Really, it's not called on tape anymore because people don't use like recording tapes. Okay, Katie, you just aged yourself. But I love audiobooks. And I listen to a ton of podcasts. That's where I learn a lot of things. I just love learning. But I know for me, sitting down reading a book, number one, I'll fall asleep because it makes me fall asleep. And number two, it's not going to happen. It's going to take me forever to get through that and to completely understand it and get anything out of it. So I've learned that still to this day, audio is the best for me. What else do I do? I have people reread things or look over things that are really important. Like, again, I'll send it to my mom or a coworker. Please look over this. Does this make sense? Or if I'm sending a difficult email and I want to make sure that things are making sense, I will send that over. Just because it doesn't hurt to have someone else take a look at your stuff. They may see something that you don't see and have an idea that will work better or sound better. So I do that. Do I disclose that I'm dyslexic to my employers and things like that? Yeah, but in a roundabout way, because I talk about my business, and I do because I'm proud of who I am and I have nothing to hide. And if they're going to judge me for who I am, then I wouldn't want to be there and work for them or with them. Do you need to? No, you don't. But I've found that it's super helpful for me And again, I've built a lot of confidence around this, and I have a whole business around being dyslexic and having different abilities and celebrating that. So I know I'm a little different than just the average person that's getting a job, but it's totally up to you. But why I have disclosed it, and it's more just in a conversation, not like, just FYI, I'm dyslexic. No, it's more like, yeah, I'm dyslexic. I'm going to need a little more of this, da 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 da. It's interesting because I have found people that I've worked with, and I say that to them and they're like, oh my gosh, me too. Or, oh my gosh, I struggle too. Like this is so interesting. So it's like a connection point, or, oh my gosh, my child does. Can we talk? Or my niece or nephew or my grandchild, like it's really cool to have those conversations and really open up that dialogue. And again, being honest and open really connects people. And I just think it's a beautiful thing. So it's not for everyone. Not everyone wants to do that, and that's totally fine. But it really has helped me in the process of my job, my career, building a business, all sorts of other things. So I have. Other than that, my day-to-day is pretty normal. I have to really sit down maybe and do another episode like this because I'm so used to doing certain things that I don't realize it. Oh, I just realized it because I was looking at a piece of paper that I wrote on. Something else that's really helped me, which is very interesting, being an interior designer, going to design school, now teaching design school, I realized that me writing in all caps is huge. And why is because in capital letters, things don't usually look the same. Like in lowercase letters, P's, B's, D's all look very the same to me. They can flip on me. But P's, B's, and D's look very different in capitals. So I've learned that being an interior designer, we had to write in all caps because that's an architectural type thing. And we do that. A lot of my colleagues would go back to just writing normal, like in lowercase letters and cursive and whatever else. I still to this day write in uppercase letters, all uppercase. It takes me forever to remember, not to remember how to write in lowercase, but if I have to write my name in lowercase, I'm like, okay, pay attention. Oh, A, because I'm so used to it. I'm so fast in all uppercase letters that it takes me a bit to do lowercase. So yeah, that's something that also has been huge for me. Now, weirdly, I'm not a big fan of reading text or print in uppercase letters. That's weird, I know, but reading my own stuff in all capitals, all uppercase, is the way I need to go. And that's for writing too, and spelling things and all that kind of stuff. So it's very interesting, but that's me now. And what's next for me with dyslexia and all these types of things? Well, if you haven't noticed, I do have a brand called the Different Ability brand, and I have a podcast called the Different Ability Podcast. And dyslexia and being dyslexic and celebrating being dyslexic and celebrating differences and different abilities and disabilities is not going away. I'm literally building an entire business around it. So you will be seeing a lot more of that from me. Thank you so much for being here. If you need anything from me, put a note down in the comments. Go over to katiefortune.com. Send me a note over there. Facebook, Instagram, all those places. Katie Fortune. Go check it out. Talk to me. Connect with me. If you want to share any of these things, please do. I would really appreciate it, especially if you know someone that is struggling or needs help, or a parent that has a child that's struggling. Share some of this stuff. Some of these tips may work. Some might not. But at least we can get the word out there and keep connecting and being able to help other people all over the world. And again, thank you so much for being here. And as always, less hate, let's go motivate. And I'll see you next week. This is the final video that I decided to do today. I honestly think I've done batched five videos back to back. Before that, I did 7 podcast episodes I recorded. Seven podcasts recorded. I'm a little tired, so I'm gonna go now. Okay. And is there a bug in my hair? Oh God, no. Okay. Whew. I thought there was a bug. like flies because they just like, ugh.